Right now, while you're listening to this, somewhere a recruiter is searching for someone with your exact skills, your exact experience level, in your exact location. The role is perfect for you. The salary is better than what you're making now. The company is one you'd actually enjoy working at, and they will never find you. Not because you're not qualified, not because the job doesn't exist, but because you don't have a LinkedIn profile. Or you have one that's so empty, it might as well not exist. And in 2026, not being on LinkedIn isn't a personal preference. It's a career decision, one that's costing you more than you realize. And if you're someone who's avoided LinkedIn because it feels corporate or performative or like just another social media platform you don't need, I get it. Today, I'm going to show you what's actually happening behind the scenes when you don't have a profile, the opportunities you're not seeing because they're not seeing you, and why even a basic, low-effort LinkedIn presence can change your career trajectory in ways that a perfect resume never will. Before we get into it, thanks to InterviewMate for sponsoring this episode. You paste in any job description, they generate interview questions and answers tailored to that specific role. Practice with real questions before your interview. Check them out at interviewmate.ai. Let's start with the reality of how people get hired in 2026, because it's probably not the way you think. Most people believe the hiring process works like this. A company posts a job, candidates apply, the best resume wins. And that does happen, but it's not how most hires actually happen, especially for mid-career and senior roles. The majority of roles are filled through some form of networking, referral, or direct sourcing. Direct sourcing means a recruiter actively searched for candidates, found someone who looked like a match, and reached out to them. They didn't wait for applications, they went hunting. And where do recruiters hunt? LinkedIn. It's the primary sourcing tool for the vast majority of corporate recruiters and talent acquisition teams. They type in keywords, job titles, skills, industries, locations, and LinkedIn returns profiles that match. The recruiter reviews those profiles, picks the strongest ones, and sends a message. That message might lead to a phone call, which might lead to an interview, which might lead to an offer. And the person who got that offer, they never applied to a job. The job came to them. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you don't appear in that search. You literally do not exist in the system recruiters use every single day. You could be the perfect candidate for dozens of roles that you'll never hear about because no one can find you. But I get jobs through applications and referrals. I don't need LinkedIn. I hear this a lot, and it might be true today, but here's what that thinking misses. First, your referral network is limited. You know the people you know, your former colleagues, your friends, your immediate connections. That's a finite group. LinkedIn doesn't replace those relationships. It extends them by orders of magnitude. Your second-degree connections, people connected to people you know, number in the thousands. Those are people who can introduce you, vouch for you, or flag opportunities you'd never see otherwise. Second, even when you apply to jobs directly, the recruiter checks your LinkedIn. This is almost universal. You submit a resume, the recruiter reads it. If they're interested, the very next thing they do, before they call you, is search your name on LinkedIn. If they find a profile that reinforces your resume with recommendations, a detailed work history, endorsements, and a professional photo, it strengthens their impression. If they find nothing, no profile at all, it creates a question mark, not a rejection, but a subtle hesitation. Why isn't this person on LinkedIn? Is something off? You don't want that question in a recruiter's mind, even subconsciously. Third, LinkedIn is where career opportunities find you when you're not actively looking. The best time to build your LinkedIn presence is when you don't need a job. Because when the market shifts, when your company restructures, when you get laid off, your profile is already built, your network is already in place, and opportunities are already flowing in your direction. Building it from zero when you're in crisis mode is like trying to dig a well when you're already thirsty. The minimum effective LinkedIn profile takes about 1 hour to build and requires zero ongoing maintenance. Here's what it needs. A professional photo, not a selfie, not a cropped group photo, a clean headshot with decent lighting and a neutral background. Profiles with photos get dramatically more views than those without. Your phone camera and a plain wall are enough. A keyword-rich headline, not just your job title, a headline that describes what you do and includes terms a recruiter would search for. An about section, 2 to 3 short paragraphs in first person. Who you are, what you specialize in, and what you're looking for. even if that's just always open to connecting with people in the logistics space. This section is indexed by LinkedIn's search engine, so include relevant keywords naturally. Your work experience. Same roles as your resume, but slightly more detailed. Include a brief description of each company if it's not well known. Describe your responsibilities and key accomplishments. This is the section recruiters spend the most time on. Your skills. LinkedIn lets you list up to 50. Aim for at least 15 to 20 relevant ones. These directly impact whether you show up in recruiter searches. That's it. Photo, headline, about section, experience, skills. 1 hour. And then it works for you in the background. Forever. No posting required. Once your profile exists and is reasonably complete, several things start happening that you won't see immediately but will feel over time. Recruiters start finding you. You'll begin getting messages. Some will be irrelevant. Some will be interesting. A few might be exactly what you didn't know you were looking for. Every one of those messages is an opportunity that didn't exist before your profile did. Your professional credibility becomes verifiable. When someone meets you at a conference, gets your name in a referral, or sees your application, they look you up. A strong LinkedIn profile confirms you're real, you're active, and you're who you say you are. It's the professional equivalent of having a website. In 2026, not having one is notable. You gain passive access to market intelligence. By simply having a profile and following a few companies in your industry, you see who's hiring, who's growing, who's restructuring, and who's posting about challenges you could solve. That's information that shapes career decisions, and it flows to you automatically without you having to search for it. And over time, your network compounds. Every connection you add expands your second and third degree reach. Every former colleague who connects with you becomes a potential referral path to their current company. The network grows in value exponentially, and it starts the day you create the profile. You don't have to love LinkedIn. You don't have to use it like social media. You don't have to post, comment, or engage with a single piece of content. You just need to exist on the platform with a complete keyword-rich profile that tells recruiters who you are and what you do. 1 hour of setup, 0 ongoing effort, and a career advantage that compounds every single day it's active. If you don't have a profile yet, build it this week. If you have a half-empty one collecting dust, spend 30 minutes completing it. Your future self will thank you, and so will the recruiter who's been searching for someone exactly like you and is about to finally find your name. Quick reminder, check out InterviewMate at interviewmate.ai. Paste any job description, get tailored interview questions with answers. When you finally get that interview, you want to be ready. 3 questions free, no sign-up. Link in the description. If this convinced you to finally set up or fix your LinkedIn, share this with a friend who's still resisting. They're leaving opportunities on the table every day they wait. Subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.